Hello and greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and I'm bringing you a new video. This one comes from the Rise of the Necromancer release aftermath. We have it, the Necromancer is here now, and very exciting times because there's plenty of stuff to do, builds to figure out, achievements to be unlocked, and of course, cosmetics to be earned. A lot of people have been asking, Leviathan, where did you get these sick ass blood wings? Those things look awesome. You can see I got my nice Anarius set transmog with the red there to match the wings. These are the Trag'Oul Wings, and the easiest way to achieve these is to do your achievements. That is in fact the only way you can get these, and you have to do all the Necromancer achievements in order to unlock the final Necromancer achievement, which is Master Necromancer. And if you look here, it keeps track of all the different Necromancer achievements that there are, and the reward is the Trag'Oul Wings, which are what I just showed you here, these lovely bad boys. So how do you get them? Let's go through each of the achievements, and I'll tell you some tips and tricks on how to get them all done very quickly. A lot of them are very trivial, easy to do. Some of them require a little more work, or just a little more grinding. So the first here, silence when you speak to me. This is an Act 5 campaign specific achievement. You just have to go into Act 5 in the Pandemonium Fortress, both level, I believe, 1 and 2, or 2 and 3. Pretty much wherever you see the Master Necromancer, you speak to them and go through all the different conversations. There'll be there's 2 instances where you must talk to the Master Necromancer, and there will be a few conversations to be had both those times. Then you can check that one off. It's a very easy one to do once you get there. You can also have a friend. You don't even have to run through the campaign yourself with a Necro. Just have a friend that has Act 5 already unlocked. Give you the last quest to kill Malthael, and then you can go in there and get this done. Another simple one here, serve the balance, reach level 70 with a Necromancer. Pretty self-explanatory. You can get power leveled, you can power level yourself with a Gem of Ease. Very easy to get to level 70. Complete Act 5 with a Necromancer, again, kind of ties in with this one. You can do both of those at the same time. If you just get someone again to give you that Act 5, then you go ahead and kill Malthael with your Necromancer. There's no difficulty attached to this, you can do it on normal, and very easily you will have Bringer of Order. That achievement done and done. Next up is Bone Skewer. Damage 40 enemies with Bone Spear in 3 seconds. This one is also fairly simple. Just go to a dense area. You can do the not the Cal level, put the Bardiche in the cube. You can go to the Fields of Misery. You can go to Ruins of Corvus with all the little scarabs, and then just have your Bone Spear. Throw it into a bunch of dense, packs of mobs, and that will easily be accomplished. 3 seconds is actually a lot of time, and as long as you have some level of essence before you start this, you should be more than fine throwing out those Bone Spears. They don't even have to die, you just have to damage them. Next up, what is dead can sometimes die. This one is a little bit of a grind. Kill 1,000 undead enemies with corpses. You can use pretty much any build, any set for this, as long as you just have a corpse killing ability, or a corpse ability that kills stuff. So Corpse Explosion, Corpse Lance. Obviously the Pestilence set seems the best suited for this, but you can always go with just the Anarius set and blow stuff up. That's what I personally did. Had Anarius, activated, the bone armor with the bone tornado, then any corpses that died, I would just corpse explode them. And the catch here is that it's 1,000 undead enemies, so not every enemy is an undead. You might have some demons and things like that. You might have some human type enemies. So as long as you're going through rifts and you're just exploding stuff with corpses, you will eventually get this one done. It doesn't take too long once you start using a ability that utilizes corpses and does damage. Next up, Curse Your Enthusiasm. Kill 5,000 cursed enemies. This one's not hard at all, especially if you just take something like the Aura of Frailty, and then you go and spread that aura around all the enemies that you're fighting. You will very quickly get this one done. So kill 5,000 cursed enemies, not a problem at all. Just have the Aura of Frailty going while you are killing things. Feeds in nicely. Next up, Terror in the Blood. Defeat Diablo after using an ability that costs health while below 10% of your life. So this one's pretty easy to set up. You just use a life spending skill, so some sort of blood rune, like you could go Death Nova, Blood Nova. You could go with the Skeletal Mage, the one that has the blood component to it. Any of those skills, and then kill Diablo. So this one is particularly bugged / weird because there's a lot of ways you can just get around this. We can actually just kill Diablo, and then after Diablo is sitting there dead, you can then switch your skills around and then do something to lose your life with blood skills, and you will still ding this achievement. I even had a friend that went back to town and still was able to achieve this by just messing around with her skills and losing life with blood skills. So it's kind of cheesy if you want to cheese it. You can also just put the blood set on and go with the blood build and defeat Diablo that way. Just spam out a bunch of blood novas before you kill him and then kill him. It's not that hard. And then, you can even just spam all the way down to your at critical life and then hit your potion and you're right back up, and now you've completed that condition. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to game this one too if you don't even want to risk your character and the fight and just want to wait till he's dead and then lose your life. Pretty weird one, but yeah, that's easy enough to do. Next is Game of Bones. Use bone armor to rip the bones from the Skeleton King. Super easy. You literally just go to the Skeleton King fight, use bone armor, that one's done. Check it off the list. I'm gonna skip this one for a second. Let's just go to Self-Controlled. Kill your own shadow clone with Simulacrum during the Diablo encounter. So you probably want to team this one with Terror in the Blood, since you'll be at Diablo for both. This one's fairly easy. Again, it's just, put the Simulacrum skill on your bar. Then when you're in the Shadow Realm against the other Diablo, don't kill him right away, wait for him to make the clone. Once he makes the clone, hit your Simulacrum, and then be a fair distance away so that whatever spell you're using, if it's Nova or something, make sure that your Simulacrum's Nova is the one that's going to kill the Shadow clone. It's not hard to do at all. Just the hardest part is, remembering to have Simulacrum as a skill. So do that, and then you get that achievement, and then the last, but certainly not the least, is Skeleton Crew. And this one entails you killing 500 elites. That's champions, rares, or uniques, and things like treasure goblins count, I believe rift guardians count, etc. Kill all those sorts of elite enemies with command skeleton minions. And so of course, you have your command skeleton skill, raises 7 skeletons for you, and they must be the ones that kill the elites for you. We ran into a couple of issues with this one because it's tough in general to just make sure that the skeletons are the one killing the elites. You probably want to do this out of the Rathma set, and what you can do, I have a little build here for you. This is kind of what I did. Some version of this is what I utilized to get this done. The way that I played it was that whenever I was going through a rift, I would just, kill stuff with my skeletal mages because they're boosted, their damage is boosted up by the Rathma set. And then when I came up to an elite, I would actually cast my skeletal mages like over here away from the elites, and then I would summon my skeletons over to wherever the elite was. So that way my skeletons were still doing boosted damage, but it wasn't going to be the skeletal mages that were killing them. So that's kind of one way to make sure that the command skeletons are the ones that are getting the best chance to kill those elites. Also, you can just drop the difficulty on this, do it on like normal, hard, whatever, and the skeletons, as long as you're powered up enough, should just go and kill anything. So you can do that way. But if you want to do it on like, a decent difficulty where you're still getting gear and blood shards and all sorts of things like that, death breaths, then maybe you might consider doing a real build, but playing, carefully enough so that your command skeletons are the ones that are getting the kill. And also keep in mind that if you use Frailty, you see I don't have Frailty on this. When I was doing it, I had Frailty, but we learned that when Frailty actually gets the kill, it does not count for command skeletons. So even if your skeletons were hitting stuff, and then the enemy's executed by Frailty, that actually counts against this count for the Skeleton Crew. So you want to make sure that it's your skeletons alone that are getting all the kills. So I highly recommend, don't use Frailty. Make sure that your skeletons are being focused right on the elites. Don't put your skeletal mages anywhere near elites, and then hopefully you'll get that. And this was by far the one that took me the longest, but after all those are done, like I mentioned, then you get your Trag'Oul Wings. You can be a boss running around in this beautiful design. And so I hope this setup, I hope this video helped you determine exactly how you'll go about getting your wings. They're there, it's an achievement, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon, so you can take your time getting those achievements done, or you can hurry up and get them like I did, because these wings are badass. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like, all that good stuff. Check out the links in the description, etc. I'll stream twitch.tv/Leviathan111. Come and check it out for some Necromancer builds, all that good stuff. We're very hyped about the class and trying to make it good, find some good stuff to do. So until next time, I'll be seeing you around. Peace.